Hey everyone, I want to share with you how you can generate unlimited leads in your coaching, consulting, professional service business. And I'm so excited to talk to you today because I also want to share some things that are changing in this industry that you need to be aware of and what you need to do to set yourself up for 2024 abundance and major success. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Carden, and I'm a top business growth strategist who is well known in this industry for propelling coaches, consultants, professional service entrepreneurs to that $350,000, $1 million, or even much more with high fee clients and programs. So if you want some help with that, you can always book a call with me at acarden.com. But let's jump in. There's so much changing in this industry. I read the other day some statistics that are going to blow your mind, so pay close attention. First of all, did you know that 2.5 new million coaches and consultants are coming into this industry a year? That means over the last 4 years, 10 million new people have entered this market. And so I have to tell you, the competition is fierce. And I remember 14 years ago when I started in this industry, and I started as a business coach, people didn't even know what a business coach was. Now there are a dime a dozen. There's tons of them out there. There are lots of options, lots of choices. And so I want to show you how you can set yourself up for the most amazing success ever. And so that's what this is all about. So are you ready? Okay, first of all, there's never been a better time to get into the coaching or consulting industry because it's not getting any smaller. And that typically means that there's a market for it, right? If there was not a market, people would not keep getting into it. However, I want you to know that the cream is going to rise to the top. And here's the deal. Attention is the new gold. If you don't start thinking like this, if you don't start thinking, how can I set myself apart? How can I stand out in this industry? How can I be different? How can I look different? How can I attract attention? If you don't start thinking that way, you're going to miss out and you're going to be playing very, very small. And here's the deal. I don't want you playing in the box. I want there to be no box for you. And I want to help you have just major success. So the first thing that you have to realize is that what worked a couple of years ago when we were coming out of COVID is no longer working. Strategies have changed, things have changed. More and more people are using a lot of the strategies that are out there. And so people that really dial them in and play a different game are going to be the ones that are going to excel and accelerate their success in their business. So the first thing is you have to specialize. It is no longer an option just to be a generalist, be a jack of all trades, be out there for everybody, because if that is your game, it's not working any longer. It's not working any longer. The second thing is you have no choice but to be online and offline. You want to have a hybrid model business. You want to be able to be seen offline and online. See, I see a lot of coaches and consultants, they end up playing this really small game in their business because they're only local. Or I see people who are only online and they never do anything offline. I was just invited to go speak in Bali on a stage about podcasting in a conference in 2024. And I'm super excited about that. And that is an example of what I'm talking about with offline. You need to have a hybrid model. I see a lot of speakers and people out there that are only speaking on stages, but they're not doing anything online, and you're just missing huge opportunity. You're missing out on abundance. So what I want to tell you is the people that are blending the offline and the online world, in my opinion, are going to have the best opportunity to have massive success in their business. Okay, so the first thing is specialize. The second thing is quit playing small and blend the online and the offline world together because they work so well. The offline world can feed the online world, and the online world can feed the offline world. And both of those things together build massive credibility and authority for you in your business. Okay? The second thing is get those offers dialed in. Look, what you were maybe selling a couple of years ago might not work now because the market has changed. And this means the problems have changed that people are struggling with. Have you gone back to your ideal clients and talked to them about what are the challenges they're facing right now? What are the things that they are struggling with right now so that you can be relevant in the market? A lot of people just don't do this. They stay stuck in their world of what they want to sell, and they don't really think about what does the market need? What does the market want? And so I want to encourage you to make sure that you are really relevant to your ideal clients. The third thing is that you have got to elevate your brand. You've got to get visible. Attention is the new gold. I cannot stress this enough. You've got to be seen as a thought leader, as an authority, as an expert. I see a lot of people who are wanting to speak or they're wanting to show up bigger, but they're not online. They're not doing live streams. They're not doing videos. They don't have a YouTube channel. They don't have anything going on social. And here's the thing. When you do things online, it's out there forever. When you go and speak on a stage at an event, that's a one and done, people. A one and done. Now, do I love to speak on stages? 100%. I get clients that way, but I also get clients online from doing live streams. I sell my services and my programs online from doing things like this. So this is why I'm saying you need both. It's a great credibility builder, but if you want to generate unlimited leads, if you want people coming to you, if you want to attract as many people as you want, you've got to step up your game. You've got to get visible. You've got to elevate your brand. You've got to be seen again, over and over again. You want to be seen everywhere. So are you doing this? The third thing is, do you have a marketing and sales system that is predictable and consistent? Now, here's where a lot of people are really not understanding what's going on in the market. So maybe they've been doing one marketing system and it's been working really well for them, but they're like, yeah, it's not working as well now. I get sometimes emails from clients that maybe were clients a few years ago, and they're like, Ann, it was working so great and I was doing so good, and now it's not working anymore. Well, there are two things here. Number one is you've got to go back to your market and you've got to make sure what you're doing is relevant. What are you trying to sell them? Is it still relevant in the marketplace today? I mean, we're seeing AI come onto the scene. We're seeing the economy change. We've seen a dip in the economy. We're seeing more competition than ever before. This changes the game, you all. This changes how you need to do things in your business. And so if you're not going back to those ideal clients and finding out, is my offer still relevant for what they want? Am I still solving the problems that are urgent right now? If you're not doing that, then you again are going to miss out on those opportunities. So you've got to make sure that you're consistently doing this. This is an ongoing, consistent thing that you want to be doing in your business. But then here's the other piece of it. You may need to actually layer on another marketing system. And this is what people don't get, because now you've got more competition, more people are maybe doing what you were doing. So let's just take Facebook groups, for example. When I came onto the scene many years ago online, Facebook groups, that was a great thing, right? And I'm not saying that it doesn't still work. If you've built momentum and you've got Facebook going and it's doing great for you, that's amazing. But how many more people have started Facebook groups? How much more competition is there out there with Facebook groups, right? So you could still do Facebook groups, but you might need to layer on LinkedIn, or you might need to layer on YouTube advertising, or you might need to layer on Instagram. There's other things that you might need to add on now instead of just relying on that one source. And by the way, should never rely on one source anyway. I got shut down on Facebook many years ago, several years ago. And I have to tell you, if it would have been the only place I would have been in my business, I would have been out of business. Fortunately, I know not to do that. And so I barely skipped a beat, even though it was annoying and it was aggravating and irritating to have to go through all of that. It didn't stop me in my tracks. And that's what I'm talking about. So when you have multiple ways that you've got leads coming to you and clients coming to you and booking on your calendar, you're not going to be out of business. You're always going to have money coming in. You're always going to have clients waiting to work with you. So are you doing this? Do you have consistent, predictable marketing and sales systems in place in your business? And here's the other thing. If you're just out there trying to find one client at a time, oh my gosh, you are never going to get momentum like that. You are never going to have much of a business. I talk about the low six-figure trap all the time. I see a lot of coaches and consultants. I just want to make $100,000 a year. I want you to know, let's have a reality check here. That is just scratching the surface of, okay, now you're serious, right? But it's not much of a business. It doesn't give you any money to be able to put back into your business. It doesn't give you any money to be able to grow or be sustainable. And so I want you to start thinking differently and blow up the box. Quit thinking inside the $100,000 box, the $150,000 box. Start thinking about multiple 6, 7 figures, even beyond that, because that is where the freedom is. That's where the abundance is. That is where the real success happens. It doesn't happen at 6 figures. It almost makes me crazy when I see people out there promoting 6 figures, because it's not a 6-figure income. By the time you pay taxes and you put any money back into your business for anything at all, even building a website or getting a coach or whatever that is, guess what? You're making about $30 to $35, maybe $40,000 a year, if that. Really? Did you leave a job or decide to become an entrepreneur to make $35,000 or $40,000 a year? Why? Why would you want that headache? You could go out and freelance and do that, right? So think differently. Start thinking bigger. Expand your vision. So many people have this small vision of what they want to do. I don't understand it when you've got all this opportunity. One thing that I've never done is play small. I've never kept my vision small. I've always had this vision that it was like, I don't know how I'm going to make this happen, but I am, right? That is going to be a real business that will be around for a long time. And by the way, I've been doing this for 33 years, I guess, 33 years. I've been coaching for about 14. Built 5 previous businesses and sold them. So this is not my first rodeo. I definitely know what I'm talking about here. All right. Predictable and consistent marketing and sales systems, okay? If you don't know how to market and sell, you are out of business. You might as well forget it. You've got to know how to market and sell. You've got to have systems in place so that it's consistent and predictable and you can keep growing. Okay, very quickly, before I go on, I want to invite you into a free 2-day workshop that I have coming up called Step into the Expert Spotlight and Sell. And this is about scale your business to your first $1 million with high fee clients and programs. If you are in a place where you're ready to level up what you're doing and you're really ready to step up your game, go and apply for that at expertinyouworkshop.com. Apply now because we will be closing out the room pretty soon and you won't be able to get in. Okay, so go apply for that now. All right, here's the deal, you all. 2024 is right around the corner. I want to know right now, are you thinking like a CEO or are you kind of kicking back and thinking like a coach or a consultant, kind of building, working on your business a little bit? No urgency. If you do not have urgency right now, you're already behind. You are already behind 2024. If you are not treating your business with urgency, with commitment, this is what I'm going to do in 2024. Here's my game plan. Here's where I'm going. This is the coach I'm going to hire. I'm stepping up my game. This is what I'm doing. If you're not already doing that, guess what? Other people are, and they've already passed you up. Be urgent. Be urgent in your business. Every month, every week that you sit there and you don't create urgency in your business, you don't go after it, you don't go after those goals, you just sort of sit back and you just sort of let things happen, and you're very passive and you don't make decisions, and you're slow to make decisions. I'm telling you, that is not a recipe for success. That is not a recipe for long-term success. And hey, I'm sorry if I'm giving it to you real here. I don't sugarcoat things. People know that about me. I'm not about sugarcoating things because I've been through it all. I've been through recessions and I've been through all this kind of stuff. The only thing I haven't been through is AI. I haven't been through that. This is a whole new thing, right? But I've been through competition and I've been through lots and lots of things through the years in businesses. And there were so many times that were so hard to get through, but I learned all these lessons that I'm now sharing with you. One of the things that always kept me ahead of the game is I always looked for, how can I be different? How can I stand out? How can I be number one? How can I be the best? And I always ran my businesses with urgency. Like I never just sat back and let things happen. I never just thought to myself, oh, okay, I'll just take whatever comes. And no, I never did that. And that's why I was able to build and sell other businesses. That's why I've had a successful coaching and consulting business for 14 years. And it grows every single year. And you can do this too. But you've got to start thinking like a CEO, and you've got to quit thinking like a coach or a consultant. Now, does this mean you have to give up coaching or consulting? No, not at all. I still love coaching my clients. It's one of my favorite things to do. But I think like a CEO. I have given away to my team. I have a team that does all the stuff that I don't need to be doing. They're editing my podcast. They're posting my podcast. They're posting things on social media that they can easily go and post. I'm the thought leader. I'm the one showing up. I'm the one coaching my clients. The things that I love to do. I'm the one speaking on stages. But I don't book people on my podcast. My team does that. I don't book myself on other people's podcasts. My team does that. I don't book myself on stages. My team does that. Do you see what I'm talking about? So I let go of all the things that I don't really have time for, don't want to mess with, and I do the things I love, which is building my brand, elevating my expertise, showing people how they can grow and scale their business, and coaching my clients, which is what I absolutely love to do. That's what I'm passionate about. And you have to do that too. But here's the other thing. If you're thinking like a CEO, it means you're making fast decisions. You're not sitting there analyzing everything. You're not sitting there saying, I don't think I can do that. You're going, how can I do that? Big difference. Big difference in your mindset. How can I make this happen? I need to do this. How can I make it happen? Who can I ask? Where can I get the money? I have people that go, Ann, I would invest in you if I could afford it. Okay, well, you can't invest in me because your mindset's not ready to do that. You're just telling me if I could afford it. Hello, I help people make money. Where in this does that not make sense, right? If I could afford it. Well, how do you think you're ever going to afford it if you don't step out and get out of the box that you're in and actually make the investment, right? It doesn't make sense. The thinking is off. So you've got to level up your thinking and your mindset so that your business can go to the next level. So I know I've given it to you real here, but look, 2024 can be an absolute amazing year. When people are coming into this industry, that means there is a demand. But I will tell you, the best will be the ones that will rise to the top. The best will be the ones that will be sustainable. You want great offers. You want to elevate your brand. Attention is the new gold. You want to be highly visible. You cannot be the best kept secret. You want to make sure you have consistent and predictable systems. You want to make sure that you're giving great service, a great client experience. This is also very important. So many people, the way they run their business blows my mind. They don't show up for calls. They can't even show up for a sales call that they book. That tells me a lot about someone when they can't even show up for a sales call, and they can't even have they don't even have the courtesy to reach out and say, hey, I changed my mind, or it's not going to work. When you get things like that, you're not ready for business, people. I'm just saying it like it is. The people that are all in, the people that care about other people, the people that do things with integrity and character, and they treat other people the way they want to be treated. They buy the way they want other people to buy from them. Those people, those are the ones that rise to the top. Those are the ones that are playing the bigger game. Is that you? If not, where do you need to make some shifts? All right, so here's the deal. Go get registered right now for my free workshop. There is an application process. You'll book a quick 20-minute call. You'll fill out a small form. We want to make sure you're in the right place in your business. We'll go over some details on that call about the workshop and sort of some ground rules. And then if it's a good fit, we'll invite you in to have a seat at the table at that workshop. And by the way, I could totally charge for these. These are strategies and coaching and access to me that my clients, my high-paying clients get. And the reason I don't charge for the workshops is because we have the application process. If I did not have that, I would absolutely be charging, because I have had people go right out of my workshop the very next day and make money. Okay, so they're highly valuable. You can watch video testimonials about how valuable they are to people, how much they help people. And I just have a little different philosophy around how I do my workshops, but I have 100% show rate. It's about the quality of the people that I actually get into my workshop that makes the difference. And I keep the room at a really high level. Do you want to be one of those people? Do you want to play in a pond with other high level people? Then go apply for that now. Let me know your thoughts on this video. I hope you found this valuable. Look, I know I gave it to you real. It might be hard for some of you to listen to and some of you to hear, but I would look at that and I would go, okay, what's underneath that? Why is that triggering me? Why is what she's saying sort of annoying me? Or why is it the truth? Look at that. Okay. Just saying, I can't be a coach. I can't be a good coach if I sit there and buy people's excuses, and if I sit there and let them do things that don't work, and I allow them to sit in their own junk. Like, that's not helpful to anybody, right? I want to help you exceed and excel, and I want you to have abundance in your life from your business. So, all right, I love you. Go apply for that workshop right now, expertinyouworkshop.com. And I will see you soon. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.